Hey everybody, it's been a while since I did one of these, but I figured since I just got off work and I'm waiting for my family to get back here, I figured I would do one because, well, Derek Chauvin, the trial verdict came in today and the jury reached a verdict on all 3 counts. To be honest with you, I hadn't followed the trial as much because there's been so much else going on, but basically, I think justice was finally served in this case. So the real important thing is there really has to be a conversation about police reform in this country. This is not just a few bad apples anymore. There is something going on in our police force, and it's not every cop, it's not every police department, but there is so much going on that is not just a few bad apples anymore. And it's important to remember several things. First of all, police departments are paid through taxes that you, me, and everybody else pays. They are responsible to us, the citizens, to protect and serve all the citizens. That includes every minority community in all this, all over the place. So, for cops to go, well, they're bad people in particular communities and all this, to prejudge entire communities based upon the activities of few, and I don't care where you're from or what race you are or anything like that, to judge the vast majority of people, the entire community, on the actions of a few is completely stupid. It has been and always will be, in my opinion. Secondly, there is a real need to make sure that we have cops held accountable before the legal profession. And you'll have to excuse me for a second here. We've got some cats in heat around here, and they're chasing around a female cat and such. So yeah, it's been one of those days. No, you can't come up there. No. It's crazy, I tell you. Springtime brings out the crazy in animals, I swear. Getting back to the point. The most important thing we need right now is to make sure all police are held accountable to the standards that we would expect. And that is, they should be absolutely held to the highest standards. And what happened in this trial was this cop clearly did not meet those high standards that we should expect. And I'm sorry. I don't care if George Floyd was imperfect and all that. I don't care what his record is. If it takes you 9.5 minutes to subdue somebody, and there were more than one, there's more than one cop around here involved in this, then you really need to go back to criminal justice school or whatever, police academy, because clearly I could get 4 guys and we could subdue a guy very easily far within 9 minutes and he'd still be alive. I don't care how big the guy is. And I don't care, George Floyd was not a perfect person. None of us are. I don't care. He didn't deserve to die. Not at all. And it angers me that people go, well, he did this, he did that. I don't care. He didn't deserve to die. He should have had his day in court. Like we all deserve to have our day in court when we do wrong. And he should have been able to face a judge and plead his case and all of this for what he allegedly did that got the cops involved to begin with. It's that simple. And we see it also too many times. And it's insane that we keep coming back to this and nobody wants to make the changes necessary because we keep hearing stuff like back the blue. And I'm fine with supporting police, But I'm not going to support police. I'm not supporting anybody carte blanche. I don't support teachers carte blanche. I don't support any profession carte blanche. If you screw up and break the law and you're on the public payroll, you should be held accountable for that. I don't care if you're a politician or a teacher, firefighter, police officer, working in any other government position. You should be held to a high standard. I firmly believe that. And there are people out there who are angry at this verdict because they think that the cop should have been able to do whatever they wanted. No. That's not how we operate in this country. I firmly believe there are people in this country who would love to have a police state so they can keep the bad people in their mind. We all know what they really mean by that. The minorities down. Because they see any minorities getting any advantage as being bad. And it's ridiculous. We all know this. We all know what the problem is that there is indeed systemic racism. This isn't some woke talk. This isn't some cancel culture stuff. This has been going on for centuries in this country. And to say that it hasn't is to be, at best, horribly naive, and at worst, racist yourself. And it's ridiculous. And as an American, I'm sick of it. And to simply say, well, it's just a few bad apples, is disingenuous to the people who have been victims of this stuff for way too long. And I hear people, well, if they'll simply obey the law. We have evidence on so many occasions that people have been pulled over, African Americans and other minority groups have been pulled over for no other reason than they were a wrong color in a wrong spot. And it's ridiculous. It's horribly ridiculous. And for people to constantly come up with this stuff, it drives me freaking nuts. If you're an American citizen, you have rights. I don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, gay, straight, transgender, whatever. You have certain inalienable rights. Period. And I don't know why in the world we have to think that rights just belong to a certain ethnic group or a certain gender in all of this. And these cats are driving me nuts because I'm out here on the porch because I can't get in the house right now because certain things are going on, but I can't record inside the house, so the cats are driving me nuts. But I digress. Hang on. Get. Go. That's the fun of this podcast. We're live. We do it exactly the way we want to do it. I hate when cats are in heat. These feral cats around here are in heat. They're lovable, but they drive me nuts. So, anyhow, there is a need for police reform. Police officers need better training. We need to make sure we get people that are actually qualified to the job, not just somebody who likes the idea of authority. Cops should be very wary of the authority they wield. You know, Stan Lee, the great creator of so many great comics, said, with great power comes great responsibility. These cops yield great power and great responsibility. And it's high time they learn that. This isn't about bashing cops in general. This is about holding bad cops accountable. It's holding indifferent cops accountable for not going after the bad cops and it's holding the supposed good cops accountable for not doing more to get rid of these bad cops. It's absolutely ridiculous that we're still having to deal with this stuff all this time. It's freaking ridiculous. We deserve better as Americans. If I were a cop, I'd be holding myself up to a high standard. All right. No. This is freaking ridiculous. Go away. Enough. All right, I'm going to end this right now because these cats are driving me nuts. But you get my point. Take it easy, folks. Have a great day.